My name's Hustings. It's been interesting to definitely see their opinion and perspective on a number of different issues that you don't always hear about in the news, the candidates, and especially where we focus so much in the news about national issues, to hear about local issues of what they're going to do that are really going to affect us directly, especially education, as you know, we're all coming into the end of time in education, what they're going to do and how they're going to try and make it easier for us after we leave education in our jobs.
Hi, I'm Mia. I think today went really, really well. I think it's great to see the politicians coming in and speaking to the young people. I think in general young people are quite disengaged with politics. I think it's really good to get them involved in local issues and show them why politics is important today. I think it's great to have the different schools to get us involved, not just in our own school, which can be quite narrow-minded, to get us thinking across the schools and to get us thinking with different people and questioning and grilling the MPs and the other candidates on what they think and how they're going to help us specifically in our area.
My name is Elliot Wright. I think today's been very interesting because in the news you see all the policies of the parties themselves, but to be able to see the actual candidates for our area has been enlightening, so we can see who is actually making the changes in our area rather than on a national scale, because of course the issues that face us are different to those that will affect the entire nation.
I'm Jack. I'm a student here at Harrogate-Grammar. I think today has been incredibly interesting, particularly as a Year 11 student who's not quite studying politics in sixth form yet. I found it incredibly interesting to get some more background knowledge on what could happen locally in the election, but also how that could affect us nationally, and really, how young people will be affected come the next election, which for me, I find incredibly interesting because I find that politics, it needs to evolve, and today has really showed that politics is evolving both to fit the older generations and the younger generations of the UK.
I'm Dan, I'm an ex-student here at Harrogate-Grammar. Thought it was a really interesting debate with 5 good local candidates who spoke very well. What really frustrated me about the debate is that there are really strong ideological differences now between the 5 parties, and we talked a bit about electoral reform in our voting system, and in a seat like Harrogate where there are really only 2 parties that could feasibly win, that prevents people from actually voting for what they genuinely believe in. And I think now our voting system has become a meaningless anachronism because we have 5 parties with legitimate ideological differences between them, and people should be able to vote for what they believe in rather than tactical voting.
I'm Ellie Hopkinson from St Aidan's, and I thought this debate was a really good opportunity to see the different parties' manifestos put into practice on both local issues and national issues, and what people would do in their local area.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Astley and I'm from St Aidan's too. I thought the debate was really interesting. It was really important to see what the candidates thought on local issues and also national issues, which obviously are important coming up to the general election, where we've got to make our choice as first-time voters.
So today we've just been looking at having a good talk and question and answer session from the 5 candidates standing in Harrogate, and it's been really interesting to see what they all stand for and how they apply their national manifestos to the local area, and trying to see through some of the rhetoric and get to the real answers and the nitty-gritty. So it's been a really good morning. Yeah.
Do you want to say your name and what's going on as well?
Yeah, I'm Alex Howell and I'm from St Aidan's sixth form. Cheers.
Sam Smith from St John Fishers. I think quite a lot of people had strong performances, but they did the usual sort of thing of avoiding the answers sometimes. Some people were a bit lacklustre on what they're saying, went off tangent, but it made the decision a bit more difficult. But I do feel that it clarified some things, although on quite a lot of times they tried to take what the debate was about away from actually what the question was. So, when we're asking about cycling, I don't really need to know about some things that they went on to talk about, and there seemed to be a denial that sometimes there is problems that have to occur, like about having roadworks. Well, obviously there's going to be some disruption. It just goes with the thing. And then finally, with things like HS2, obviously I think there will be some benefits to Harrogate, but you've got to look at the wider picture as well. Just because it doesn't directly benefit us to the full extent doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do.
Hello, my name's James Watson Major. I'm the head boy of Rossett School. I'd just like to say I've really enjoyed today. It's a great opportunity to find out with the different political parties and see who wishes to represent Harrogate in the Houses of Commons.
My name is Maeve Staunton-Sykes. I think it was a brilliant opportunity for the people our age, especially when we're all involved in the politics, to get to hear what all the candidates say. It was a shame it couldn't be a little bit longer because I feel some of the questions were a bit avoided, skirted over. But no, it was a great opportunity and I'd like to do it again in the future.
Hi, I'm Ethan Kennell from St Ains. Thought it was really good today, but I thought at times it was too scripted. It was too sort of, they knew what they were saying and they weren't really reacting to the question just to what they thought their party line should be, and I think it should have been a bit more their opinion instead of party line 100%.
I'm Matthew Fender, and personally I thought the debate went very, very well today. A lot of my questions were answered, both in the debate and going around asking the candidates, and I completely disagree with the vision that the politicians, especially in our local area, are not answering our questions. Nationally they might not be answering the questions, but locally they are, and those issues will be sorted, whoever gets in, I hope.
I'm Tom Sheriff, and I think it was really interesting today to see a wide range of views and ideas from all across the political spectrum in the school.
Kira Brody, Harrogate Grammar School. I think it was really interesting. It was good to see all the different views, especially parties who you don't really hear a lot of their other views and stuff, and it was interesting to compare them.
I think it was really good to get it into a school and have young people talk about it, because young people don't feel that involved in politics.
Say your name.
Oh, Rosie Hilton, Harrogate Grammar School. Thank you.
I'm Will Hain. I thought today was very interesting. It was really different to be able to talk to the MPs themselves. It's really a hard decision picking, because you can like an MP without liking their policies. For example, I know Andrew Jones. I've been to his office quite a few times to talk about some matters, things that matter to me. And I think he's a really nice guy, but I wouldn't vote Tory because I don't agree with their policies. And so it becomes it really reinforces the fact that we need to think about the parties that we're voting for and not just the MPs that are representing that party.
My name's Harry Morgan, and of course I attended the local political question time today. I thought it was really good, to be honest. It was good to see local candidates, and obviously it's good to see that some young people today are interested in politics. So I think today was really good for the school. I think getting all those local candidates in there is a very good task, and I thought that really did engage me in the world of politics.
Yeah, my name's Jamal Menz. I thought today was pretty good. People definitely got involved, and we got a lot of conversations going around. So yeah, I think it went well.
My name's George Farrer, I'm a student at HGS, and I think today went really well because it gave young people an insight in politics, and not just like the mainstream politics, like the leaders of the parties, but the local leaders. So we got to see the local issues, so that was good.